What's going on? Checking in again. It is young allergies. Yo, my allergies. First, it started with my throat, and it worked its way down to, I would say, up to my eyes and my nose, and it is getting me all jacked up. I mean, I'm still alive and thriving. Let's not get it twisted. But man, I'm, I'm, whew, trying to stay afloat out here in these zodiac streets. Real talk. I'm coming at y'all on the new channel, ah-RAIN-eee Storm. For those of y'all that's probably like, what the fuck is this? I don't know how to pronounce it. ah-RAIN-eee is the order of spiders. It's a classification of spiders. As far as the name goes, I should say anyway. But why I chose spiders in general is because it's my animal totem. I've realized that spiders, between birds and spiders and cats, but mostly spiders, they tend to follow me around the most. So, I'm like, what is this? Is this me or what is this? Okay, yeah, that was very Virgo. Alright, relax. I can't relax. Who am I kidding? Anyway, continuing on. We are, I'm trying to do two things at once, which I'm not a Gemini, so let's just relax. Let's say, so basically, I'm just all over the place right now. My Mars is in Gemini, so I've been feeling just really basically, as you can tell. So Animal Speak. It is the book that I still need to return to the library. Don't tell nobody. Need to return this to the library, but we have it because we're supposed to have it. It's Animal Speak. Is by Ted Andrews. Rest in peace, Ted Andrews, and thank you for the love. It has been a book that I've been carrying with me for now months, and it's magical, so magical. So right now I'm on 344, and it talks about the spider animal totem. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read some of the things that kind of stuck out to me. So the keynote for the spider is creativity and the weaving of fate. So when you see a spider, when most people see spiders and they see them weaving and doing their thing on a web, most likely people are going to be like, oh my God, it's a spider. Swipe, knock that bitch out. Don't want to hear. It's scary. It might bite me. You know, their whole, as it's 11:29 a.m. That's crazy. Yeah. Their first reaction will probably be to swipe it because they feel like they might get plugged by the spider. But really, the spider's really just weaving its own destiny. Let the spider do its thing. The way the spider creates its web is so unique. Because what I've noticed from the spider is that every spider creates its own web, its own kind of way. There's no one way that a spider creates its web. So just kind of playing off humans, like, man, how do you create your own web for your life? I'm asking myself the same thing, like, how am I creating my own web for my life? You know what I mean? Am I trying to create it like everybody else wants me to create it, or am I trying to create one that matches my unique creative self? Which is why ah-RAIN-eee came into the picture, because no one web is the same. So in the book, Um, I'm just gonna. Well, I'm not even gonna tell you what I'm gonna read. I'm just read whatever. The spider has shown up in myth and lore throughout the world. Usually, its symbolism has been very similar whenever used. And India is associated with the Maya, the weaver of illusion. It has had connections to the fates in Greek mythology and the Norns in Scandinavian lore. Women who would weave, measure, and cut the threads of life. To the Native Americans, the spider is the grandmother, the link to the past and the future. It talks about its appearance and things like that on this page. The spider is the master weaver. To Native Americans, the grandmother spider kept and taught the mysteries of the past and how they were affecting the future. The spider reminds us to awaken our own sensibilities and be more creative in life. The spider teaches you to maintain balance between the past and the future, physical and spiritual, male and female. The spider teaches you that everything you do now is weaving what you will encounter in the future. In the tarot deck is a card, the Wheel of Fortune. This card has to do with rhythms, the rise and fall, the flow and the flux. It is linked to the energies of honor and fame. And the sensitivities are necessary to place ourselves within the rhythm of nature. Meditation upon this card would be beneficial for anyone who has the spider animal totem. The spider awakens creative sensibilities. It is the web of intricate and subtle fabric as to remind us that the past always subtly influence the present and the future. Often the webs will take a spiral shape, the traditional form of creativity and development. The spider found within the web reminds us that we are the center of our own world. The ancient mystery schools had one precept inscribed above their portals: know thyself, and thou shalt know the universe. The spider reminds us that the world is woven around us. We are keepers and the writers of our own destiny, weaving it like a web of our thoughts, feelings, and actions. So, with that being fucking said, you got this, boo. Like, just start weaving. You got this. That's what I'm doing today. Even though I'm kind of feeling a little under the weather, I did want to take this time out to sit with some of the stuff that I have. I've been sitting, and yes, I've been active in putting in some work as far as action-wise go, but really sitting with what I've written down so far and evaluating what we're doing with these things. You know, it's one thing to have a schedule of to-do of every day, what you're supposed to be doing and how you're supposed to be doing it, but goals from now into the future is essential. It's definitely essential to have. It doesn't have to be like this, long drawn out scheme, but just an idea of what you want to be, where you want to be, how you want to be doing it, sitting with it and just kind of going with the flow of it. Yeah, so that's where I'm at with this. I'm not going to take too long on the Animal Speak, in the Animal Speak book, because I just kind of wanted to share why Rainy Storm was in the mix. And the storm just comes from my connection to the storm, and other things, but I'm definitely not going to get into that. If it's a rainbow that I see right here, I don't know if it's showing up on the actual picture, but if it's a rainbow in here, wow. Hey mama, I see you, girl. Anyway, there's that. Next thing I wanted to get into was the astrology reading cards. Shout out to Melanin Moonsey for recommending these cards to me. I didn't even know that astrology cards existed, but they do. This is by Allison Chester Lambert and illustrations by Richard Crooks. Shout out to y'all. We got the planetary cards, zodiac sign cards, and the house cards, and I am going to be pulling today. just doing mini readings. I'm still getting to the groove of learning more about these cards. And just learning more about how to navigate the cards for a reading. So yes, I will be reading from the book for some of the stuff. And the question that I want to ask, why is my neck itch right now? It always has funny times when my neck actually starts itching. I don't know if that's like a thing or this metal just finds its, I don't know. Let me stop. So the planet cards. So let me just hold a planet card up. Planet cards. I haven't pulled any cards yet. They're just kind of sitting in front of me. They represent the part of your personality engaged in the question or issue, and the part of you that's affected or activated. The zodiac sign cards. So cute. The zodiac cards represent the universal energy that colors a question issue, the influence around you, or the general feeling around the matter. And the house cards. The house cards represent the area of your life affected by the question, issue, and the sphere of your life that the matter is playing out in. So we're going to go ahead and pull. We're not going to waste no more time. We're just going to go ahead and pull and see what's popping and crackling in the universe. So usually what I'll do is I'll pull them out kind of list like this because it's not many, and I just kind of pull. Of course. Of course. So the first card I pulled, especially for the planetary cards, is Uranus. Uranus. That ass. Not for real. Shout out to Aquarius. Or not. Let's see. Now we're going to pull a zodiac sign card today. Let's see what we're going to pull today. Gemini. What were we just talking about? Gemini. And it's supposed to be Gemini season, bitch. Yes. I already know where this is going. I don't really even have to read. I'm going to read, but I already know where this is going. This is funny. This is just a general reading, by the way. House cards. The 12th house. Ruled by Pisceans. This is going to be a dope reading. Okay. Look at us. Okay. So, let's do this. Oh, I'm just itchy and fidgety and just, it's just, I'm sorry, y'all. I know it's not very Virgo of me to be doing all this, but everything's just like, and it started right when I started doing the reading. I'm like, fidgety and shit. I'm just like, could be my Mars. What? I don't know. What is? We'll get into that later. So Uranus. Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Okay, so Uranus, Aquarian energy. You know, especially as we are moving into the age of Aquarius and just everything that's going on in the world right now, we're starting to see a lot of people come together, you know, social groups forming, you know, people basically out here in the streets not really trying to not with the shits, and just kind of, you know, moving to their own drum beat, accord, whatever you want to call it. So a lot of people coming together with the Gemini energy sitting here. It says the energy is communicative, mischievous, lively, witty, informative, stimulating exchanges is possible. So we're thinking Mercury energy right here, communication. So these groups, people out here socializing, getting together, talking about things, ideas are being exchanged, communication. Like it's a group initiative, you know what I mean? It's not so solo. It's not like the Virgo solo, kind of like let's kind of get her done. I'm serving behind the scenes. Gemini's like, let's talk, let's get together, let's make magic, let's do this, let's talk. Definitely very Gemini. Talky, you know. very easy to kind of bounce ideas off with. You know, one thing I do love about Geminis is their intelligence, just how they're able to quickly develop material, you know, when they're, you know, in exchanging with somebody. I think it's dope as hell. That's why, even though there's a part of me that can't stand Geminis, there's a part of me that really loves Geminis, because like, I'm like, you get it, you understand. So there's that. And then we have the 12th house, which is ruled by Pisces. And it is the area of your life that is overwhelming. You yield to a greater cause or power. So when I think of, I'll go ahead and put these down. When we're looking at the 12th house, you know, we're looking at the Piscean, mystical, spiritual, illusions, you know, I just think of imagination. I think of when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, what comes to fruition with that. So I think this is really pulling in, you know, your creativity and your imagination, and using that energy to kind of cipher through this matrix of life. Like, really, like, this is funny because this card looks like the Matrix in a sense. It's like information. The Gemini card, you have hieroglyphics, you know what I mean? Really occult shit going on. If you can, well, you can't really see that in the background, but it's just really occult, secret hidden messages. If anybody knows, and any house knows what it is about secret and hidden messages, it's the Pisces card. Fuck what anybody else gotta say. Real talk. The Piscean knows. If y'all don't think the Piscean don't know, y'all sleep. Piscean is probably the first one in the room who act like they don't know, but real talk, they be knowing. So, I love this. Like, I just love all these cards together in just one, like, this is beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, really exchanging ideas, you know, taking that mystical, you know, spiritual energy and infusing it, and healing too. That's one thing I forgot to mention. Piscean, we're the healers of the zodiac, along with Cancer. Not gonna talk about Scorpio right now, but that's a different kind of healing. We're not gonna talk about that right now, though. But take a breath. But this is so fun. Like, I haven't even looked in the book just yet. This is really, really fun, and I'm not gonna hold y'all with the long descriptions, but this is what I'm looking at. This is just a lot of collaborating, imagination, bringing things into fruition and coming together and really making this shit shake. You see that storm right there, baby? You see that, baby? You see that lightning storm? Damn, you see that thing over there? Raining storm in your motherfucking dome. You know what I'm saying? This is dope. So, you know, thank y'all for checking in with me. Like I said, I didn't want to keep this super, super duper long, but this is what we looking at, y'all. And if you have any questions, you can hit up araneaestorm@gmail.com. I just do these readings right now just to do them, and I don't, you know, I'm not charging nobody for readings or nothing like that. It's just something that I do right now at this current time. Just exploring my spiritual zodiac journey, and seeing where it goes, seeing where it takes me. But yeah, Uranus, Gemini, 12th house it is. The rainy storm is checking on out. Much love.